So the main event of East versus West 13, Artyom Morozov versus Vitaly Laletin, right arm, super heavyweight super match. Possibility that there's whoever wins moves very, very close to a title shot versus LEVAN. That's what they both want. But whoever loses, again, has to most likely go back to the pack, right? They're both coming on positions with wins and losses, right? We saw Vitaly, he lost to
Hermes Gasparini
and
Dubai.
then he won Dave. And we saw Artyom Morozov having some serious health problems, losing to Georgi Tsvetkov. Later, Georgi Tsvetkov lost to Devon Larratt. Then Artyom Morozov, did he pull? No, this is first time pulling with right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe after with Tsvetkov, he haven't pulled with right arm again.
Yeah, and it's a very big match. More I speak with different athletes, like it's very, very interesting how people see this. David Dadikian and Oleg Petrenko both said that they believe Morozov will win. I was like, ooh. Right? And then you talk with someone else and they'll be like, no, I don't think so. We think it's going to be the opposite. We think Vitaly is just going to be too much back pressure, too dominant, too hard to beat.
Unknown with Morozov is that healthy, heavy, good shape Morozov with right arm is probably when we saw him before pulling with right arm, it was not the same Morozov. And
Definitely.
And like you said before, when he pulled with Tsvetkov, he was far from being in good health and shape. So it is kind of unknown for me as well how good, how strong he could be with his right arm. And if we look historically, what he has done, I would say Vitaly is favorite in this fight for me, but there are too many questions. There are too many questions, and probably that's why this fight is happening, because we want to see and we want answers from these questions. Stylistically, we know that again, maybe not best shape Morozov, but that his hand can be taken. Tsvetkov done this 3 times in a row, 3 fights in a row. Is Vitaly even better top roller? Maybe. But also Vitaly lost his wrist and hand against Hermes, or at least he was with flat hand and maybe little lost wrist, but still with some rotator pronation control.
So, like Morozov, I remember like it was way before, I think before COVID, he was starting to rise up, and I was always impressed by his cupping ability, especially on his left. I think his right catched up. We have seen a lot of times where he can just cup you and be in a good position.
So you're saying he can?
When I see someone hooking Vitaly, I'm gonna believe it, but I haven't seen anyone hooking this Vitaly, right? So I have to, until I'm gonna see it, I would think Vitaly will still get the hand. Can he fight the arm? And I really believe Artyom's arm is way stronger than Vitaly's. We have seen many times he pulls without the wrist, and Vitaly pulls differently than Tsvetkov. Tsvetkov is very like this, right? So he blocks all the things that you do. Vitaly is like this, so he could be stretched out. We have seen this many times where he goes over and gets stretched out. So
who was last who was able to do that with Vitaly with right arm? Dave in the last match, where they put on a strap. Yeah, and also in previous fight.
Yeah.
So it is happening also on Vitaly. Like nowadays Vitaly, not like Vitaly who was pulling in 85 kilo class in above walls.
And I think what we have seen we had this discussion last time. We're talking something. It was like, a lot of side pressure. Shit, like losing wrist. I was like, didn't you press like 3 rounds and then he pressed in all his matches? Victory. So fully committed.
Yeah, I see that it's very possible that Artyom could lost his hand. I see very possible that stylistically what Vitaly is doing, it's very hard to hook him, and maybe that can be close for that hand control, but it's possible. But the fight is not over.
Strap.
Exactly. Fight is not over.
To the strap?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right. Me too. Dave holds on too much. His hand is really
Yeah.
thick. And Morozov has better back pressure, I think,
Yeah.
and he will get the strap in any way, shape, or form.
And where I see Artyom's advantage, it's arm strength. It's arm strength. Not about control, not about wrist.
No.
He's good, but he's good usually in some late rounds.
Yeah.
When his endurance start to play a role, and he can get in a fight. But in the first few rounds, I see Vitaly could have this hand control for sure. Arm strength.
Yeah.
That's-
Because it's not a title match, they're just going to pull best of 5. So sometimes Artyom needs a little bit more time, especially you want to fight someone. But how I see it, I'll see this, if they get the strap, Artyom will not, I don't think he will try to, maybe he will try to top roll, maybe first round, but he can get a lot of success if he just stays flat, keeps the wrist flat and just goes sideways. Like, I think he will get the strap and he will try to do this. And if Vitaly gets stretched out, that's what his opportunity
and
is.
that's the thing. Vitaly is going really
Yes.
flat hand top roll very often
Yeah.
with a lot of pronation strength.
Yeah.
But he's not trying to control
Yeah.
opponent's rotator always with his wrist and getting opponent on your forearm here. So and
Stays-
that's why here it's possible to already open a little bit his,
Yeah.
but it's not easy at all. And thing is, even when Vitaly don't have a wrist and he's still fight in a fight. We saw that with Hermes Gasparini, he can still fight in that little bit ugly position, and he's very dangerous still from that position. When he's attacking with his rotate. Previous fight, what Vitaly was missing was press as well.
Yeah.
When they both with Hermes, when Hermes get a little bit more control,
Yes.
he was so good with transitions. When Vitaly was in that position, he couldn't finish.
No.
He was struggling to get over Hermes' arm, and Hermes was holding with his sometimes biceps, with his back pressure, with side, and his,
Hermes just defended,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
if
And-
he had the press to
and,
climb,
and that's a possibility what I see that Artyom could do. I don't know if he will be able to do it, but that's what I see. And same as Hermes, if he will try to go in a hook, I don't think that he can get inside. But with really high top roll to go against low hand top roll, which we were talking
Yes.
again, it's possible.
or he goes with the press with the straight like this, not go down, but like this to cut in his hand. Because, and again, Artyom is as tall as Vitaly, almost, right? So usually the opponents are much smaller, so I think it's going to be, and if you give him a low hand, he's going to take it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in Artyom's place, I would choose to go for top roll, really high top roll for beginning,
Yeah.
and try to get in this high position to fight here with Vitaly. Not to try to too much rotate and
No,
get
because
control,
you can get
but
just-
also
yeah.
to fight with pronation and riser.
Yeah.
I don't know how strong he will be comparing with Vitaly in that position, but stylistically that's a possibility. And after that, straps and
Yeah, I that's how I see this match. The more I think Artyom has chances, but
Yeah.
I still have to pick Vitaly as the favorite, 55-45, in my opinion.
Especially in
At
the
the
first
beginning.
few rounds. At the beginning, I see that Vitaly could have this control, especially in the hand. And then will Artyom's arm will be strong enough? We'll see. That's good fight. That's good fight. And they both, if they want to, if that we are talking about them like top arm wrestlers in the world. One lost against Tsvetkov, other lost against Hermes. Right now is a right time for them to show that it was not maybe best day for them, and then they can do better.
Yeah, because one of them needs to rise up right now. We have few people that potentially could challenge the throne, right? And Hermes is definitely one of them.
Hermes?
He's waiting for his
Kurdecha?
Zarano, right?
Yeah.
How impressive does that?
Yeah.
Right, his last performance, and there's already some talks about Zarano pulling Hermes, so we will see.
Alex
Kurdech is also there, so very excited. This is amazing main event. I would be way more excited they're going to pull Lefty, right? But that's coming later.
Time will come.
Time will come. But right arm, we need it. We need a challenger for LEVAN, and whoever wins this match is definitely worthy or very close to the title shot. So East versus West 13, July 6, live on Core Sports. Link is in description as well as the first comment. Stay strong
And love arm wrestling.